Howdy, howdy, howdy. How you doing? Oh, you even wore red for this. I didn't even know this. I didn't know. Anyhow, good morning, everybody.
Good morning. My name is, Dr. Michelle Moroz.
Ooh.
I know. And we're Denim and Pearls. We're business casual
With
with
Pearls of Wisdom.
From the Porch.
And I'm Brian.
And, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you forgot me. See how you left me out of this one? I'm giving you compliments that you dressed for the show.
Which what threw me off. Compliments.
So what are we talking about today? We are talking about love is in the air.
Every side and every sound. What was that?
That was my phone doing weird things.
Okay. Well,
against my coffee cup.
Well, love is in the air because, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Duh.
And both Brian and I are part of a Valentine's soiree. And if you want to know what that is, go to valentinesoiree.com. Don't ask me how to spell it.
Soiree. You know why I know that?
But it's Valentine. No S. Valentine soiree.
I know it because I had to spell it 100 different times on some of the graphics and stuff.
I bet you did. Well, I'm the MC, and he's like doing all the sound and making sure all the models walk at the right time with the music and all that jazz.
I am not trying to control the models.
He's not, but he's got it by the music. But the music will control them.
Yeah, they tell me when to play.
And I'm the MC, so I get to go have fun on stage and introduce people and all that fun stuff. So if you want to go meet Brian and I, we will be in Denver, Colorado on February 11th at the Valentine's Soiree. Just go to valentinesoiree.com and get your tickets. And if you really, really, really want to come and you're like, gosh, I really wish I could save $50, put in our code.
I think oh no, the code is still good, isn't it? Yeah, it's only half of what it was last week.
It's like Friends of VS.
VS Friends.
VS Friends.
And it was actually capital V, capital S, capital. Wow. Capital V, capital S, capital F.
In Friends.
Yes, something like that. Anyway. So, what are your plans for the weekend? I know Valentine's Day isn't until Tuesday.
I know, but everyone's going to do everything this weekend.
Well, sort of. Because Sunday's football.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's Super Bowl.
Super Bowl comes before Valentine's Day.
I'll see here.
If they were on the same day, football takes precedence.
Yeah, I know. My thing is Valentine's Day to me is every day, so I don't even want a day. I want year round. I'm high maintenance, apparently.
Apparently, bougie. Goodness gracious.
Don't tell me you love me once a year. Tell me you always love me. Tell me all the time.
Yeah, I never have understood that. That's not actually a really good thing. Why is there once? I know why there is.
Because that's when they can sell everything.
No, they designed it for Hallmark.
Yeah, exactly.
So they could sell Valentine cards.
Yeah, so to me, it's tell me you love me every day. If you're waiting for one day a year, then maybe you don't quite love me. That's always been my thing.
Well, the guy is supposed to remember it on traditionally. He's supposed to remember the what's that called thing? Anniversary.
The anniversary, our birthdays, and Valentine's Day. You forget any of those things, you're in trouble.
Yeah, but
hey, someone made a comment.
Oh no! Shall we guess who it is?
It's Nathan.
It's Nathan and Marcel. What's up, guys?
Wow. Why are you crying tears from your pores?
Is it a warm out there in Oregon?
I don't know. Well, anyways, love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And Brian's like, why are we doing this? I said, well, one, because Valentine's Day is coming
I forgot
up.
about Valentine's.
But two, you've got to love what you do. That's where I really was going. Do you love what you do?
Some days. But I think we all go through that. We have our ups and downs.
Do you generally love what you do?
Yes.
Hey, and Brenda says hi. Oh, I'm going to Brenda's event right after this. So I'm doing the Valentine's soiree on February 11th. And then I come home and I do something on the 14th. I can't remember. It's in the morning. Oh, yeah. I'm speaking at an event here locally in Colorado Springs.
On Valentine's Day?
On Valentine's Day.
Oh, goodness.
And then on the 15th, I fly out to see Brenda Ringwood because she has Becoming the Best You. And if you want to go to that and meet me, Brian won't be there. He's not coming. Becoming the Best You. Becoming the... Oh, geez. Brenda, can you put it in the chat? Because I have it in my mind as becomingthebestyou.com. Put it in the chat so that people can see it, and that way they can join us if they're in the St. Louis area.
So Nathan says he doesn't celebrate Valentine's Day.
Good. That's why he's
Good.
my friend.
Well, I was going to say that could be for 2 reasons.
That's it. ComeChangeYourLife.com. I knew it was something. It was a phrase. And I'm like, I'm forgetting what it was.
I think he doesn't celebrate it for 2 reasons.
Why?
1, because it's too mushy. It's a guy thing. And 2, if he celebrated it with his wife, he'd have another kid.
Anyways, but Nathan's very sweet because he does great gifts. He's a great gift giver.
Valentines. I don't get it.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is either. But
I don't
anyways,
either.
he's lost us. He's talking above our heads right now. Anyways, do you love what you do? And when
Yes.
we're talking Valentine's Day, but it's really a 365-day event, basically, is do you love what you do? And if you don't love what you do, why not? Go fix that. Go make it what you love, because why did you get it into it in the first place? Right? So even if you have a brick and mortar, if you don't have a brick and mortar, if you're like me where your office is everywhere, same with you, your office is everywhere and anywhere.
The world is my office.
Is your oyster. And the thing is you've got to figure out what you love to do, because see, even Michael says it, every day is Valentine's Day.
Uh-oh. I
But-
hope my wife's not watching. I'm in trouble.
But that's the whole thing about Valentine's Day. It's not a day, it's every day. And if you don't love what you're doing, you've got to find a way to love what you're doing or change from what you're doing. Did I just lose you?
Yeah, you've totally lost me just because of the fact that I don't know.
Well, I say,
So
find what you love, what you do. So like Brian, he does financial stuff. He's kind of the fix-it guy. He does all sorts of things. But what he loves is he loves to manipulate sound. I mean, he's very into details. He likes details where he sits on his computer and he fixes things.
I like manipulating people too. That's kind of fun.
No, you don't. The thing is
I like playing mind games on people.
you find what you love to do and you insert it into what you do. So Brenda Ringwood, she's a coach and she loves what she does, and she gathers more and more people together so she can bring more of her tribe together. So basically she gathers speakers like me from around the world and she brings them into one spot, and then she invites more people because she likes that big family feel and everyone get together and learn from each other. It's not so I'm going to Becoming the Best You, but it's not a conference, it's an experience, because rarely do you go to a conference and get to sit around and eat lunch and talk to all the speakers. All the speakers are mixed into the crowd. So
sounds like a networking day.
it's
I love networking, by the way.
It is 3 days of like speakers, and then Saturday night is a black tie event, so I get to bring a gown with me, and then we get to hang out and talk to everybody that's there as a attendee and the speakers. I think it's awesome.
I'm glad you do, because you're leaving me home.
You can take a plane.
A little late now.
You can get a plane. I'm still messing with my plane tickets. I was just talking to Shelly. We can get him a plane ticket to St. Louis, right, Brenda?
I'm sure.
Oh, he'd love that group.
I've never flown to St. Louis from here. I've always driven.
Oh, we'll check a plane out and we'll try to get you in.
I know how long it takes me to get there.
How long?
9 hours.
Oh, that's not long at all. It's like going to Omaha.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, man, I should be driving this. Oh, no. I know I didn't drive. I didn't want to drive because, oh, yeah, Michael says he's not going either. But I didn't want to
That's
drive.
all right. Michael and I will stay here and play Pokemon.
Yeah. She said get in the car and come.
Come on.
But see, that's the thing is, the reason I didn't want to drive is because weather in the Midwest is insane this time of year. So I'd rather just fly in and out. Because actually, when I fly out on Thursday morning, we should have at least 4 to 5 inches of snow. So.
Yeah, but with you, the less stimulus, the better.
Huh?
Environmental stimulus. So driving would be hell on your brain.
No, I sleep.
Oh, do you?
Ask Michael. I pass
well,
out.
in that case, get your comfy, cozy car and you can crash in the back.
Night. But anyways, I really do encourage you that if you don't love what you do, you need to find a way to make it happen. Go find, like with Brian, he loves to laugh. So he's got a very serious job in his financial business, but he's very good at interjecting humor because people need to laugh when they're thinking that serious stuff. So
Nathan, that's what Teslas are for.
Oh my gosh, everybody's talking on the back. Hey, Max.
Everybody's playing. Max is even here. What's up, Mr. Max?
Holy smokes, everybody.
One of our favorite people in the whole wide world.
I know, we never
Mr.
get
Max.
to see him.
I know.
Yeah,
We're always too busy.
I know.
You know why? Because we sing too much karaoke. Especially now that they opened up the bar,
Yeah, now that the
Buzz Crow Bistro is open.
Yeah, so now we have our own personal hangout where all of our friends hang out.
But it's so much nicer.
Max, you need to come over there today.
Yeah, you got to check the place out. It's like really so much nicer in there. It's more comfortable. I mean, it's amazing what color tones can do.
Yeah, it's so welcoming. It feels like home.
Yeah, it almost feels like a giant cigar bar. The dark wood. You can sit back and relax.
Yeah. And when they get their furniture is cozy. Yeah, I can't wait. So it's got great food. It's like going home to mom. It's cozy. It's got great food. All my friends are there.
No, my mom's house was too clean for that.
Dakota, it is open. Yes. So karaoke at the Buzz Crow Bistro every Tuesday and Thursday night, and every Friday night that they don't have a band.
Yep.
And then all the yummy stuff and food and everything.
I'm going to make it so that they can't put bands on Friday. I'm going to be making them so much money they won't.
Limited food menu? No, not really. We've got like an executive chef in there.
Yeah, they got a really good chef in
there. Carlos is amazing. And and Max can attest to this. I don't eat very much. I ate all of the ribs.
She takes one bite out of one rib.
I ate all of them. And I ate the mashed potatoes. Thank you very much.
Wow.
So
10 pounds up in a 5-pound bag.
We are not doing a good job of doing our podcast today. We are easily distracted.
This is great. I love it. Everybody's coming on. Simmer down. We're never going to simmer down.
No, that's kind of what we do.
And besides that, simmering down, just simmering makes you like really soft in the long run.
Oh, I was talking to someone on a podcast earlier this morning. We were talking about someone's like, "Oh, I really wish my life wasn't so up and down. That sine wave is so big. I don't like the ups and the downs. I really want to keep it mellow." And we're like, mellow? If you're looking at an EKG and it's mellow and it's simmering,
it's called flatlining.
That's called flatlining. It's like, no, you want the ups and the downs, up and down, up and down. Hey, Sally, nice to meet you.
It's actually an interesting comparison. I've never heard it that way.
Oh, really? Because that's how I see it. It's
I mean, we talk about sine waves, and
when you're living, we know you're living because your heartbeats go
right.
But when people are like, I wish he wasn't so busy. I wish everything would settle down. That's your heart rate going down too. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, but that's just personalities.
I know, but when you
unless you get stuck in a rut.
But when you look at life, you want as many big zigzags as you can, because the little ones means you're not quite there. You need like.
Now you're trying to put us into electroshock. No. I think you've lost it today.
No,
it's okay.
But anyways, love what you do, and if you don't love what you do, figure out a way to make you love what you do. Go find something that sparked that brought you into that business in the first place.
Right. Well, I mean, I spent 20 years in the military. Well, 24 technically, and I never regretted a day that I didn't want to get. I never regretted a day. Okay, I always got out of bed because I had to, number one, but it never bothered me really to get out of bed. But I have had jobs, part-time jobs, things like that I definitely do not want to get out of bed in the morning to go to. It was painful.
I had jobs where oh my gosh, I think my body would physically get ill because I hated going to the job that much.
Well, see, I wasn't quite that much, but it was one of those things that just, I can understand why some people hit the snooze bar like 5 times, before they get out of bed, because they don't want to go anywhere. They don't want to get up and do what their responsibility or adulting is at that time, Well,
with me, it wasn't the job. I loved the job. It was the boss.
It can be the people.
The boss
too.
made my life miserable.
Right.
But when I knew that boss wasn't going to be there, I would gladly go to work because I loved everybody I worked with.
The mouse away.
Yeah, but then that one person would walk in the room, the whole energy would shift, and we were all miserable. I'm like, right. I need out of this job.
So when you become an entrepreneur, you better like what you do.
Yeah, which is what Marcel said. Mm-hmm. Use your love for your business to show others how much you love it. Mm-hmm. It can show if you don't love what you do. And I always say that to people who say, well, I have an elevator pitch and I was wondering if you could listen to it. I'm an accountant for 525 years and my name is Joe. I'm like, okay, the way you said it, everyone knows you don't like your job. So find what you love. It's not just the accounting. Go and do your spiel
right.
of how many of you love numbers and to see them all come up together and balance out to this beautiful number. Oh, you don't? I do. I'm an accountant. I mean, that's how quick you can change it, because you find the one thing you love about it, and that's what you talk about. Like with me in my speaking career, I love to see the lights pop onto people's eyes where they do, that's it. That's me. That's what I go for. So when I speak to turn on that light because it feeds me to see joy in other people's faces.
Yeah, Nathan says when you become an entrepreneur, you better not hate your boss.
If you do, you're in trouble.
Well, there are people who do. That's I mean, I hate to take that statement, which I think is kind of comical. I hate to take that statement and make it serious, but it is true. Some people, they just don't like themselves.
They don't like themselves.
And it shows.
I'm in this job because I got this degree like 25 years ago, and I got to stay in it because that's what I got. And I'm going to start my business on this.
Right.
Well, no, if you hate it, don't do it. I mean, my background's in engineering and marketing.
And then another thing that I always find interesting is when people want to continue on what their family legacy is.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because I was having a conversation with a gentleman the other day and love the guy. And he's into physical fitness. And his big dream was always to open up his own gym kind of thing. He called it something. But it was to open up his own gym. And I looked at him and I says, if you wanted to do that all of your life, well, he has. But was there something that enforced that or reinforced that? And sure enough, his dad owned a gym. Which was what I was getting at when I asked him the question, but it was neat that, my lifelong dream is to open up a gym. Why?
Well, my lifelong dream when I was younger is I wanted to fly fighter jets.
Now that's cool, but they wouldn't let me because I wore glasses.
And I wanted to but because my dad was in the military.
Yeah.
And I love the sound of jets.
Mm-hmm.
But what stopped me was, girl, glasses. I did get into the academy though.
What's why you should always stick with the career you decided on when you were 17? Makes sense. At 17, I kind of get where Nathan's going with that based on what we just said. But at 17, I had no direction in life. I had no idea where I was going. I mean, at 17 and a half, I joined the military
because you were looking for yourself.
Well, no, I joined the military because mom made me.
Yeah, so you had to look for yourself. She made you because you were just drifting. You didn't know where you were going.
So my first set of goals, they always say you should set your goals in life. I've never been a big goal person. Now, an outcome is the same thing, but I'd rather see an outcome rather than a goal. But anyway, my first set of goals.
A goal is what is set to get to an outcome.
All right. But
so do not listen to the man who apparently is not a coach, okay? Jeez Louise.
My first set of goals was to get married, have kids, and live happily ever after.
Really?
I did that within the first, 2 years of my military career. And then I never set any goals after
My goal was to go to college, possibly fly jets, be on big stages, never get married, and not have children.
I just wanted the perfect, picket fence life.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That was weird. But I also wanted to be a school teacher, and that didn't work out so well when my first 2 semesters in college were, let's just say not good.
That's funny.
What?
Well, because that's just funny.
I was actually I wanted to be a teacher. I really did. And the crazy part is quite a few years later, I actually was within a church group. The wife and I were in a church group. Bye, Max. But we were talking and they did an evaluation and it came out that I should be a pastor. And I'm like, what do you mean I should be a pastor? So I talked to the pastor.
So you do have the personality for it, though.
Right. So I talked to the pastor and he said, it's not that you necessarily have to be a pastor. Yeah, but you should be a teacher and a leader.
Well, because people console in you. I mean,
yes.
one of the jokes we always have with Brian is he always has women around him because women trust him. Women tell him all sorts of things.
Oh, the stories I could tell.
Yeah, so
if I could remember them all.
So I could see that. I could see that because you have the demeanor to listen.
I always had big shoulders as a kid when I was younger. College, that kind of stuff. Everybody always came to me and cried on my shoulder.
Me too. But with me, it was only the guys.
Yeah, me was all the girls. Mm-hmm. And I was always on the girls' kickball team.
I was always on the guys' football team, but I was usually the football because I was little.
You're little and brown.
Little and brown like a football. Funny, ha ha ha.
That's
ha,
disturbing.
That is disturbing. So, anyways, as we were talking about earlier, love is in the air. Hey, Blake.
Like,
So, love is in the air. Love what you do. Find the little piece of something that brought you into whatever you're doing and expound on it. When you talk about it, whatever you do in networking groups or when people meet you, don't talk about the thing as a whole. Talk about the one thing you love the most.
Hmm.
And then that way you set the tone of why you love what you do. Not,
Right.
I'm
Well-
an accountant. I've been doing it for 25 years. Oh, no, I love numbers and it feeds me. That's different.
well, the other side of it is too, I mean, even if you don't like what you do, find a way to love something else. For instance, we always have to have that reprieve from what we do on a daily basis. So find out whether do you love to climb up into the mountains. That's not my thing, but
Michael loves to read books, so he reads his books, and now
Right.
we've incorporated him into reading people's books before they're ever published, and he's editing them.
yeah, but I would have to ask, is it a difference doing it for the heck of it as opposed to doing it for the business of it?
Well, the thing is he does it naturally. So when he's reading a book, he's editing a book while he's reading it. So
I do too, but
yeah, so we might as well make money while he's doing it. It just makes sense, and he's so awesome at it that it's effortless.
yes. Nathan says, be the football.
No. Oh wait, that's be the ball as in
That's
golf.
the bionic man.
No, it was the be the ball from Caddyshack. Be the ball. No. Okay, that's it. You got to be older than 35 to understand that joke. So love is in the air. We talked about business, about finding what you love in what you do.
Hmm.
And now what we're going to do real quick is we'll shift to,
Oh, we are?
yes,
Okay. I'm only following you, so we're
we're going to talk into relationship side of love is in the air. What we said earlier, and Brian's already got himself in trouble, that 365 days a year is Valentine's Day. You should not be waiting for a special day for Hallmark to take your money to give you a card so you can hand it to the person you love.
I can't afford that many cards when they're $5 a piece nowadays.
But you can make your card.
365 times
You could
5.
do the card. You could just say I love you. I mean, it's thing is we're very simple creatures. We don't need a lot of things. Okay. We just need to know that we are loved and cared for. So by saying it on a daily basis and not being patronizing about it, it works every day. Good morning, dear.
I think that has to do with your buckets. Your emotional buckets that we should go through. I can't remember the name of that book. It was amazing, but filling up your bucket. Some people don't want the love.
No.
They want the companionship, but they don't want the love.
No, but you just let people know that you appreciate them. Or as in
Well, everybody wants to be appreciated.
that's what I'm saying. Love 365 days a year. I would find getting chocolates quite annoying. I find it annoying. Now,
It's fattening.
and fattening. So my thing is, if you said, oh, I was at such and such and I saw this and I knew you would love it and just randomly brought it to me whenever.
Oh, you mean like green boots?
Yes, Michael got me.
That was
green
amazing.
Boots, that match a jacket that I wear, and now I wear boots that match my jacket. Something like Nathan. Nathan came to visit, and he came out for the Unapologetic Speaker Camp, and he says, "I've got a gift for you." And my thought was, "Yay, gift!" And so what he did is he brought me this very special bottle of bourbon,
Booze.
and he didn't ask. It wasn't flowery. He's my friend, but he thought of me. He knows what I like, and he brought it. Brian, I come to his house. We do these podcasts, and he has, my daughter made Buckeyes. You want some? That's love to me.
Wait a minute. Dakota, did you do the math on 365 times $5, and that's how you came up with that number of dollars on how much it would cost me to send cards to my wife every day?
No, he said 525,600 minutes.
What's that for?
It's a song from a musical. 525,600 minutes. You don't know that?
I do. It's a song from a musical. No, sorry, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, it's a musical. It's, I think, from Rent or something like that, isn't it?
I have no idea.
But yes, it's 525,600
Nathan said Rent.
minutes.
It is
It's
Rent.
But the thing is love each other. in whatever form that they need it. So some people just want you to wash the dang dishes, or can you just take the trash out? Some people want to hear I love you. Some people just want to say, you know what, I like being around you. Whatever it is that that person in your life, be it friend, partner, lover, whatever it is, let them know that you love them. You don't have to wait for
Hey Siri,
Valentine's
what's
Day.
365 times 5?
Really?
$1,800.
$1,825 is $5 cards for a day, 365. Now, here's the thing. You could easily get a Canva account for free, and every day write another little poem or a little bitty thing and send it.
Wow, that would be sweet, but that's really dedicated.
Or the other thing I have is I have a friend who gave me a glass jar. It's a glass jar, and she had all these positive words of affirmation that she thought of me when I was going through my cancer.
No.
And she thought of me, and she put them in these little strips of paper, and she folded them up, and she shoved them in this container, this glass container. Michelle Toe. I still have it. So whenever I'm sad or I'm questioning myself, I open the jar and I pull out one of these things and I read it. And it reminds me that I make a difference in someone's life. So it could be something that simple. It could be a gift that you give on Valentine's Day of all the things you love about them and say, only pull one when you need it.
Nathan's telling me not to be so cheap.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm actually kind of stickler like that. I wouldn't call myself necessarily cheap, but I can be extremely tight.
Cheap.
Well, to me, it's a logical thing and it's a numbers thing. So I'm very generous when I have money, but when I don't have, I'm really a stickler with it.
And see, my thing is I get very offended if someone buys me something expensive.
I've never had that problem. So
isn't that funny? I got offended by it. And
why would you get offended?
Because it's like, don't
Well, it
waste that
depends on
money
who it
on
is.
me. That's just crazy. Don't do that.
You know,
I just like being around you. That's all I need. You know,
yeah, but if Michael brought you home a new car,
I would not refuse it. There is a I have a very specific car I want. Go across the street. The Sweetens are driving it.
You can't have the same as the neighbors across the street.
Yes, I can. I want a pearl white version of it or cherry red.
Because theirs is theirs is like a dark
blue
switch black color.
Yeah, I want
it's
bright.
Gorgeous too.
I want a bright car. It's either red or white. Pearl. Anyways.
We got 3 minutes left.
Oh, well, anyways, my thing is don't wait for one day a year. It really should be 365 days a year. Do one thing every day that lets the person you're with or someone that you care about in your life know that you care. And it's simple as something as simple as, hi, I was thinking of you today.
How's that saying go? They don't know you care until
they don't know how much you care until you help them realize how much you feel or something like
that. You know the one I'm talking about.
I know. I say it all the time, and for the life of me, you just threw. But no, what Marcel says, if expensive things are good, but to show someone you love them or you appreciate them doesn't have to be expensive, i.e. M&Ms. Exactly.
I bought a bag of M&Ms yesterday.
You didn't give them to me.
No, I didn't share with anybody, and they're gone.
But
I was really, really bad yesterday.
But something as sweet as like his wife, Julie. I walked in the house one day, she says, oh, you like macaroons? You want a macaroon? In my eyes, in my heart, in my mind, that means I like you. It's that simple. Mm-hmm. Or, hey, we're all going to go sing tonight. You want to come? That's it to me. I don't need big, shiny things. And Michael knows that. I mean, when I come home and they said, we cleaned the house, I do, oh, you love me. We love me. I mean, I'm serious. That's how my brain works. So the person you're with, find out if it's acts of service, words of admiration, there's something else.
Yeah. The love
gifts. Buckets. And then there's one other thing. As you can tell, I'm not the other thing because I can't remember it at all.
Love buckets.
Yeah, I can't remember the last one.
I don't remember.
But whatever it is, you know what they like to hear. You know if they like to be taken out and be fed fancy food. You know, I like that.
Thanks for the fancy food. I'll take 2 nibbles and move.
But I like the presentation.
The rest of it is conversation.
I love the presentation of pretty food, which is why Michael's smart and he just cooks it for me at home because.
Dakota says time spent.
Yes, that's it. Time. I'm a big time person, which is why I'm always gathering my friends because I feel love when we are together. We don't even have to talk. That's it. And acts of service. Thank you, Dakota.
Affirmation, time spent, acts of service. There's one more.
Gifts. Time spent. It's time acts of service, gifts, and words of no, that is affirmation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the other one is gifts.
We're waiting for him to come up. I think he's Googling it, but that's cool.
But yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. Find the love language for the person's
Love language. That's what it's
that's
called.
it,
It's not called buckets of love.
that you care about, and give them that
and gifts.
yeah, affirmation, time spent, acts of service, and gifts. And realize that half the time he's not Googling, he remembers. And half the time we give people love in the way we like love. And it's
there's 5?
Yeah, the 5 love languages.
Spanish, Italian, Portuguese. Yes.
You mean German's not in there, Blake? Ich liebe dich.
What?
Ich liebe dich means I love you in German. Ich liebe dich. No joke. And they say it really harshly because it's German. It's really funny. Anyways.
I think we're done.
We are done.
We're going to leave it at that.
Before we settle on that, remember, you tend to give love the way you see love. The person you're with is probably opposite of you. So if you like to give gifts, more than likely with them, it's probably time spent, acts of service. You need to find out what feeds their soul for love and attention. And it's not necessarily the way you give love and attention. Okay. So
read the book and figure out who your spouse is.
Yes, Mac. Ich liebe dich. See, I told you.
Oh, Max is still here. Cool. And he speaks German.
Yeah.
He is German.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's actually from Germany.
But it's not SH. It's the autocorrect fixed his language. It's C.
I don't know. I just know that Max knows.
And Blake knows words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality time, and physical touch. That's the one I forgot. So find out which one that your partner, the person you care about, needs to know love. You can give as much, you could give all your love language from your point of view, and they will not see
And Max says, say it like dish, not what you were saying.
Ich liebe dich.
Yeah, that's better.
I swear it was dich.
You guys had that fight later.
Over by, we were in, was it Geilenkirchen, and that's how they said it. Okay. Dich.
Dish.
Okay. It might be a culture. It might be a regional thing in Germany, though.
I don't know.
But anyways,
I'm not going to argue that
anyways,
one.
thank you,
Max
Max,
is
for fixing us.
my German dictionary over
Thanks
here.
for fixing us, and thank you for Dakota and to Blake for giving us the 7 love language or 5 love languages. I'm sorry, and remember,
He says you're right, but it sounds better the other way.
Anyways. American minds, really. Anyways,
this has really been fun, and we've had a lot of
join us
connection with the rest of them too.
Love is in the air. Remember, you got to find what you love when what you do, and find the love language for the person you're with, so they realize how much you really do care. Until the next time, my name is Dr. Michelle Moross,
and I'm Brian Swanson.
We are Denim and Pearls. We are business casual with
Pearls of Wisdom
from the porch. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Oh, wait.
What? Oh, you want our shades? You can see the light ring now.
Peace. And now you can play the intro.
Okay, bye-bye.
Likey things?
Yeah, 10 likey things
Likey
today.
things. Bye-bye.
Bye.